I've been noticing something from my son. He doesn't suck that much the way he used to. We started going for checkup. Not until the doctor said something that I should just take note that the child, there will be so much delay in terms of walking, speaking and all that. When I was pregnant, my first trimester, I didn't feel anything as in throwing up and all that. I was comfortable at the first trimester. Not until 9 months when labor started. I was at home, that was around 4 a.m. I have to call my mother-in-law that she should come around, that this is what I'm passing through at that time. She came and we had to go to the hospital. So the nurse called if I can be able to walk or they should send somebody to come and pick me. I said I can be able to walk on my own. So when I was going, I was around 7 a.m. People started looking at me. I was like, how am I going to control myself for them not to know that this is what I'm passing through? If the labor pain starts, I will have to bend down and be scratching my nail. When I'm okay, when I'm relieved, I'll start walking. To the extent I have to stop a bike and say, I can't walk with my leg again because the nurse asked me to walk with my leg so that the labor will be fast. I have to take a bike down to the hospital. At first, when I got there, she was like playing with me. I'm not serious because I'm still putting on clothes, bra. I'm even wearing tights. That I should hold on. When she checked me, it was 4 c.m. She said, I'm playing. So when it was 8, I could not bear it anymore. I was like, people should just cut me up and all that. I can't bear this pain anymore and all that. My mother-in-law was just like, it's okay, just be praying, be breathing with your mouth and all that. That one is not working, no. I can't do this, so. So to cut the long story short, I gave birth. Everything was okay. What my son just had is slight jaundice. So when we got home, they asked us to unplug, unripe pawpaw and soak it inside water to give to him, which we did. Where everything cleared before a week. So to my second son, well, at my first trimester, everything was going fine, but it was there because around 5, I have to wake up and take pap because I would throw up. And I would be looking for where to buy food outside because I don't like eating my own food. I'm looking for a place to buy food outside to eat. If I see anybody cooking, I was like, my landlady, I'm hungry, I cannot eat my own food. Oh. She will be laughing at me, baby and all that. So down to when labor started, I went to the hospital. I gave birth to my son. At first, we did not notice that he has jaundice. So when we got home, because immediately I gave birth, I will go home that day. So when we got home, 2 days after, the nurse came to my house to see me because I've been noticing something from my son. He doesn't suck that much the way he used to. So she came, she looked at the baby. I was like, I have to take this baby to health center close to us. So I was at home then. He took my baby there. They have to refer him to general hospital. So she was then she called me that I should come over, that she's at general hospital. that I should come. So I went there. They asked me a few questions. When did I notice he's not breastfeeding well and all that? I said I did not notice anything, not until 2 days, because the eye was so yellow. They said the jaundice is too high. They'll have to do blood transfusion for him. So they asked us to get few things, which we did. There's something they asked my husband to get, which I can't remember the name. We looked for that thing throughout that day, we did not see. And they said they have to do that blood transfusion that day. If not, it will cause more damage to him. So around 12:30 a.m., my husband is still roaming around looking for where to get something for them. Well, that day passed. The next day, to God be the glory, he was able to get it. So they did the blood transfusion for him. At first, it was, I think 2 days before. 2 days before they did the blood transfusion, I didn't breastfeed my baby for 2 days. My breast was swollen. I was feeling pain. Somebody will have to help me to press my breast milk so that I can be able to be relieved a bit. So 2 days after they did the blood transfusion, they're supposed to be cleaning my baby, the abdomen. They're supposed to be cleaning it every 30 minutes. That's what the doctor that did it said. But 2 days, they didn't come to clean anything. So a nurse came there and was examining all the chart there. And he came to me and asked, have they cleaned my baby abdomen? I was like, no. She opened it and it was smelling. So she have to call people around there and ask, why didn't you people do this? Why didn't you people do this? They are just giving silly excuses. Sometimes they will ask us not to stay inside the children's ward. Why the doctors there, they will go and sleep. To the extent a child have to remove his drip and blood was just coming out from there. There was nobody there to help him out. Sometimes they will just say, Mommy Chinedu, please come and stay with the kid. They will go inside and sleep. So that was how everything went before they discharged us. 2 weeks. We started going for checkup. Not until the doctor said something that I should just take note that the child, there will be so much delay in terms of walking, speaking and all that. So when my child was growing up, a year, he couldn't sit on his own. People are just saying maybe it's because of fat, because he was so big. Maybe because he was fat with time. A year and 6 months. He can't sit on his own. You have to hold him for him to sit well. So with time, I started going different places because my husband was even fed up that I should just hold on. Things will be okay with time, gradually. I said, no, I can't wait again. So it got to a point I have to go to Oshodi, which my husband was not even aware of. Before they said I have to start therapy for him. I registered at Igorodu there, General Hospital. If we go for the therapy, I've been complaining that my baby he doesn't know how to walk that much. If you walk a little, you will fall down. At 2 years, they say, Madam, there's nothing we can do. They will just press massage his leg and ask me to take him back. So I went to Oshodi. So the doctor there said, the case of my son is Cerebral Palsy, which is CP. That I'm even lucky that many people at this stage. They haven't even started sitting down on their own, because by then he has started walking a bit. So by that stage, they can't be able to walk. That I'm even lucky, because my baby is roaming about, but the strength is not there. Any little thing will fall down. I started going from one Facebook to the other, one group to the other, to complain about my son, and people are saying with time he will walk and all that, because he doesn't even know how to speak well. It's only me and the dad that understand what he does say with his brother. That's when I met a lady there on Facebook, which we chatted. Accidentally, he's even close to my street. So I went to see her, we talked, and the daughter too have the same cases with my son. But the daughter is not sitting, he's not holding his neck, he doesn't hit well. So I was like, well, I thank God for my own, because mine is even eating, he's eating on his own, but where he will stay and eat, everywhere will be messed up. So two of us went to that Oshodi together, but they said, madam, we don't have anything to do with you. You have to take your son to school. From there, you'll be catching up little by little and all that. The teacher have been, they are really supporting, because sometimes their normal time for them to close is 2, but the auntie will ask me to leave him till 3, because there are many children there. They won't only concentrate on him now. So after the closing hour, he will bring my son down, both of them. He will be teaching him things gradually and all that. And you even put cartoon for him. After one play A, B, C to Z, he will off it and they will recite and all that. As in, the teacher is really supporting. And with cartoon that I do put at home, everything they said, you would like to recite them. At first, if he wants to poo-poo, he won't even say anything. He will poo-poo on his body. But with time, gradually, because of my first son, that one really helped him a lot. If you see that one going to the toilet, he would like to go and he will hold his bum on poo-poo, poo-poo. So from there, he can, as in at night, he doesn't wee-wee on his body till daybreak. Because of the way of my first son, that one doesn't wee-wee. He's 4 years old. So he will hold his wee-wee till in the morning. When he wake up, his first thing to do is mommy, wee-wee, wee-wee, instead of wee-wee. But me that is close to him, I understand everything that he's saying. So we go to the bedroom, he wee-wee. We even like to use water and flush on his own. As in, he's really catching up. And because this CP of a thing, many people, like my friend, they are saying different things about her, that the child is ogbanje, this and that. What type of child is this and all that? She doesn't have any support at all. Some even said, oh, I want to go and drop this. Many of my friends I met on Facebook that they want to go and dump their child in motherless home because they cannot cope with him. But now my son, he can reach from 1 to 10. As in, he's really improving. It's really improving. But the one that is my fear is speech, which I even go to. When I went to Oshodi, they said concerning the speech therapy that I should go home. I should be the one teaching him things on my own. To grab pencil and write, he cannot. But because of my first son, everything that one do, he would like to do it. And again, wrestling. He can watch wrestling for Africa. Anything, the names of the wrestler, he can mention them. So he's really improving. He's really improving. October 26th, my son will be 3. I'm really happy and grateful for his improvements, because I've gone to different hospitals. I've seen at that age for him, they're even using him as an example to others that my daughter cannot do anything, he's independent and all that. They are even using him for example to them that if this child can walk and be speaking like this, your own child too can do so.